Morning. Good morning, everybody.
Morning, sir.
Today we'll be treating priorities and junctions, right? Yes. Knowing the order of passage in junctions is a big must know, because driving and junctions, they have their own rules, and we must go through them. So the first one here is crossing a junction. It is important to detect junctions as early as possible. Look carefully before crossing, right? Yes. You don't just go straight and you think there's someone. Check the road. So check the road. This now are the points under here. Check the road is clear. Check that the road is clear. Watch out for other users and understanding their intention. Respect the rule of priority. What is the rule of priority, first of all? We went through a class here. I don't know if most of you were here. We talked about road signs, right? We talked about all the road signs and what they mean, right?
Yes.
And when we are talking, and we know what this is, right? The upside down triangle is the give way sign, right? Those are most signs you see at junctions. Either you see the stop sign or the give way sign, right? Those are priority signs. They give priority to a certain category of users. Right? So, understanding how to cross a junction is very important. Let's try to draw our junction. I always like to use the cross because it's the most common. You have your certain signs that come into is the up clear. These markers are not good. Now you've gotten me confused. I don't even know which direction to go. As we were talking, at junctions there are rules, right? And when we say order of passage, those order of passages are governed by a set of rules, right? Either by the road signs, as we know, our giveaway signs, or our priority at junctions. We know all the signs for priorities at junctions, though we'll still get there. If you look there, you will see some signs. Unfortunately, our viewers are not seeing it, but I'm sure we could do something about that. If you look at the image there, you see those are priority signs, giveaway signs and priority signs. You've seen your triangle, you've seen the stop sign, you've seen something like this, but with an arrow at the bottom, right? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
That's showing you that you have priority at that junction. And you have the rule of the right driver is always right, not so. So anybody coming from your right is always having priority, not so. So those are the kind of things we have. Traffic lights at junctions that determines who goes first and who waits for who, right? Good. So what are those? Identifying the crossing order. You have signs that will give you, check for signs, right? Road signs that tells you who goes first, right? Or check for traffic lights, or check for the presence of traffic officers or police officers. Not so. The order is important, right? We have the order of importance. Which one is superior to which one? Now they say the traffic officer takes precedence over traffic lights. So if the light is showing green and the police officer is telling you stop, you obey the officer, not the traffic light, right? And then the traffic light takes precedence over road signs. If the road sign is telling you stop and the traffic light is telling you pass, you obey the traffic light. When there is no traffic light, no police officer, then you can follow our road signs, right? That's the order of importance. So the policeman comes first, the traffic light comes second, and then the traffic signs come third. Not so. And then when there is no traffic sign now, you have to obey the rule of the right driver is always right. Good. Because that's in the absence of any road signs or traffic light or police officer, the right driver is good. Priority to the traffic from the right. That's the sign there. When you see it, normally it's even for both, right? Have you seen the sign?
Yes.
Priority to traffic from the right. When you see it, that means the right driver is right. Are we there?
Yes.
This sign has the shape of a warning sign. Driver must slow down and watch out for other users before crossing the junction. When you see, you will see they always stand by the roadside, right? It's our triangle now, right? Then we have the upside down triangle too that can be there. Those are priority signs. The upside down triangle tells you what? Give way. It means that this one, they have priority. Not so. But now, the one with the little X in the middle we are just talking about, right? Is telling you what again? The right driver is right. Give way to your right. So they both have the same function. This one just says give way and it doesn't specify which direction. But do we drive on the wrong side? If you are standing here and you have to give way for this person here, are we there? Yes. They all have the same functions. You also have the stop sign that is also there, right? And you have our priority signs. There's a point here says, give way to users coming from the right. A driver turning left must give way to oncoming vehicles. Users coming up to this junction from other roads meet the same sign. Meaning, if it's here, you know that it's also in the opposite side, right? Because the priority is linked only to the main road. Absence of signaling now, as we were talking, that means there is no sign controlling you. Now you take the decision, right? You always have to give way to the right. It says here, give way to users coming from the right in the absence of signals. Good. When leaving a dirt track, a car park, or a private road, you must give way to users on the main. That one is pretty simple, right? You cannot leave from your neighborhood and you're coming onto the main way, right? And you're fighting the road with users that are already there. They have priority by law. Even if there's no sign, you must give them way, and then excuse me, sorry. You give them way, right? Now we have here, they're talking about the stop sign. We talked about the stop sign in our subsequent class. The stop sign, we all know our stop sign, right? This, it says here that what? The stop sign may be supplemented by a solid white line across your lane. We all remember what we talked about now. Stop signs go hand in hand with a solid line across your lane. Not so. One or more way road, the white line will be across the whole width of the road. Absent signals may warn drivers. Advanced signals may warn drivers of the stop sign ahead. When they talk about advanced signaling, it means what? A sign before a sign announcing the presence of another sign, right? And what always announces the presence of a stop sign is your upside down triangle, right? When you are about to give way, they're telling you, get prepared to give way at the next junction. And what you will see there, it will be a upside down triangle, right? With an additional sign now under here, that will be stop. Right? It's simply this one, the sign is simply warning you of a stop sign ahead, so be prepared to give way. Are we there? Yes. That's what they call advanced signaling. It means a sign announcing another sign. You must come to a stop behind the line. The key word there, we are talking about a stop sign. The key word there is what? Must. It is not conditional, right? Give way to traffic from the left and the right. Are we there? Yeah. What you should identify there is must. When you meet your stop sign, you must come to a halt before you proceed. So many people here, they don't obey that rule, but I'm telling you, in most countries abroad, you cannot try that thing. If there's a stop sign and all the roads are empty, you come in your car, you see the stop sign, since the roads are empty, you just come and pass the stop sign. They will tell you that you just hear the police behind you. You haven't obeyed the stop sign. Presence of vehicles or traffic, you must come to a complete halt before you proceed. Right? Good. Giveaway sign. The giveaway sign now they are talking about is our upside down triangle. Not so. It is one of its kind. There are no two. This sign may be supplemented by a broken line. On one-way roads, the white line will be across the whole width of the road. That's if all the roads lead to the same direction. Because don't get confused when they say one-way road. It means, right, all the roads are leading in the same direction. Meaning, even if it's a two-lane, right, there is one way, meaning the traffic flow is unidirectional, going towards one. So that line now, being it broken or solid, it will be across the whole width of the road. But if it's a two-way road, it will be across the lane concerned. Are we getting the point? Yes. If you see the white line across the whole width of the road, know that that's a one-way road. The traffic flows in one direction. But if it's a two-way, it will only be across the lane concerned, right? Being it broken or solid. Same thing here. Advanced signaling may warn drivers of this sign ahead. Are we there? Now, the difference there now with the one announcing the stop sign, you have your upside down triangle and the stop. An additional information now, plate square under, telling you that there's a stop sign in front. But when it's just talking about the same giveaway sign in front, Then they will add now what they call a distance plate, which can be, let's put 150. 150, right? That 150 there is because it's found on a motorway or highway. That is why the distance is really long, giving you ample time to slow down. But in built-up areas, you will have there about 50. Good. So the difference there, that other one will have the stop sign. This one now is called a distance plate added under to tell you that at 150 meters, be ready to give way, and it will be just the triangle. But if it's going to be a stop, they'll write that stop under where the distance plate is. Are we there? You do not have to stop. Slow down. Slow down and give way to traffic from the left and right. Have you seen here that now they say that you do not have to stop with the giveaway, right? If you are coming and you meet this and the road is clear, you proceed, right? But with the stop sign, presence of car or not, you must stop. So that's the difference between the two, but they all serve the same purpose. Now you have priority for the next junction. Priority to the next junction. That is now what you have your warning triangle. Not so. You have your warning triangle, right? And then you have what? You have something like a cross tool in the middle, right? Let me see. It has a sharp bottom, and then something like this, right? And I said, anytime you see a sign, know that your position, you are found here, right? Be it whatever they will draw there. If, as we said, certain curves, if you have your triangle, right? No matter the sign, always know that you are. It's like a cross in front of you. Whatever is in front of you, that's where you are. If it's like this, it means you are here. When it's like this, it means you are coming from this direction. So this one is a priority sign, and this is your junction. You see that cross? Like this is our junction here. You're coming from here. You see it standing. It's telling you that at this junction you have priority. Don't give way, but be careful. You slow down and check if the others are obeying the signs. Because there are so many people that will see signs, they give ways, and they will not obey. So they are giving you the right to pass at the junction without giving way to anybody, while cautioning you to be careful, because they are always recalcitrant drivers. As we say, the driver, he who drives slowly, drives surely, is the best driver. Because defensive driver, they say, drive for yourself and for the other drivers. That's what we're talking about, priority at the junction. Not so. Now, we have priority roads. We saw this somewhere with Mr. Kevin. You remember this, the big square, the yellow. Yes. This one is very interesting. You hardly see it. But they are found in so many places. So many people see it, they don't even know what it means. Because there's nothing there, right? It's just how do I call that shape? It's not a square now. It's not square. It's something like this. Trapezium. Six angles. Then now you have in the middle here is yellow. Just like that. This one now says priority at all junction. They don't want to say next. This one is next junction. Meaning that if you are coming, if there are multiple junctions, for example, the road is like this, right? And there are multiple junctions. We are going this way. Let's consider this as junctions. Same like this. when you are coming and you see that sign we are talking about, priority at all junction, when it's here, it means that you are giving way to nobody. Everybody waits for you to pass first. But they say what? Proceed with caution. Right? Let's read what is written there. User on this road have priority at all junctions. And the end of all priorities, we know it now. They will always cancel it. Yes. When it's over, they will put a line across telling you that that ride is finished. Are we there? Now, they have some points here, 2 points. The first thing is what? Slow down. Have you seen it? But they have told you what? You have priority. But they are still telling you, slow down. Cross junctions without giving way to traffic from the left or the right. You don't give way. Everybody gives you way. But they are still telling you what? Always slow down, because you don't know what is going through the other driver's head. Are we there? Good. Diagram plates. Let's talk about our diagram plates now. Diagram plates, let's see what is written there before we go into explanation. Diagram plates, where the configuration of the junction is unclear, diagram plates provide additional information, right? The priority row are indicated in bold. Are we there? Identify that place. The priority roads are indicated in bold. The lower line indicates the road on which the user is driving. Have we seen those priority plates that are talking about there? Let me try to. Let's wipe. We have this in our heads now. That's why they tell you it's always good to go back and watch these videos, because there are some things that you need to see several times before it sticks to your mind, right? Now, when I talk about priority and this diagram plates, right? Let's say we have our giveaway side, not so. Then now the diagram plate they are talking about is an additional plate that is under the sign concern, right? And the diagram plates are mostly only for this priority and giveaway stops and junctions. Now that diagram plate there, if you look, let's consider this the junction, right? If we are coming from here, let me try to see. Okay, let's do this. Then this one is thinner, right? One is bold, one is thinner, right? These bold ones, that's the priority road. Are we there? And the thin one is the person that has to give way. So if this plate is in front of you, where are we coming from? We are coming from here, right? Always. So you are on the lesser, the less privileged part of the road. So when they're talking about diagram plates, they're talking about this so that you understand which one has priority. But if you are coming now, the person coming from this side, not so, sees the priority at all junctions, right? Or at the next junction, his own diagram plate now, from under here, is going to be bold. When they are giving you the priority, if you find yourself on the priority road, the difference will only be that diagram plate. Same thing, coming from now from different direction, right? This one is going to be now bold, very bold and fat. Oh, say bold, it means a thick. No, right fine. Then the other one now go day skinny or dry. Maybe so. So coming from, now here you are on the priority road, but up here you are not on the priority road. So are we understanding the diagram plate? Yes. That diagram plate, that's all to understand. Be it is in Y shape or V shape, as you are seeing in our illustrations there. There are so many different arrangement of that diagram plate. Are we there? Now here, roundabouts. We all know the sign that announces a roundabout ahead now. You have what? This says what? Yes, danger. What do you do when you say triangle? Yes, I want you to say slow down, so that the more you say it, it sticks to your head. And then we'll have our circle, not so, showing the flow of traffic, the direction of the flow of traffic in the roundabout. Are we there? Good. Because I told you, those arrows are not there for decoration. It tells you the traffic, the flow of the traffic at the roundabout. This sign indicates that you must give way to users already on the roundabout. Are we there? And who are coming from the left. Give way sign indicates priority. So anybody coming from the left gives way. Anybody coming from the right. When you are entering into a roundabout, for example, here at Game Junction, have you noticed that anytime a car is coming from, let's say from Ghana Street coming down towards the junction, anybody in the junction waits for him to enter first before they pass. They give him way now. He's coming from the right. Is there any sign there that says you should wait? Okay, that's the law of driving. The person coming from the right is right. And then once you are inside the junction already, you lose priority. Because if you enter like that and you want to turn, somebody is already coming from your right. You have to let the person also in, and so on and so forth. Are we there? There are some additional indications here. Slow down and give way only to users coming from your left. That's in the roundabout. At the entrance to the roundabout, do not stop unless you need to. Are we getting it? At the entrance to a roundabout, do not stop unless you need to, because you have priority to enter there. You have priority. But once you are inside, you lose priority. Are we there? Good. Correctly positioning your vehicles. This one now they're talking about big roundabout. A roundabout with what? Multiple lanes. A bigger roundabout with multiple lanes. This one is really fat. Let's just say this is our center, and then our borders. Then we'll put the entrances. That's our roundabout now. Yes. How many lanes are there in the drawing? At the entrance? No.
Okay, I thought you said how many.
I mean, at the center of that roundabout, how many lanes can you count there? Is it still the lanes you are counting? I'm hearing somebody is counting up to 8 lanes there. Who is counting 8 lanes? Really? When we talk about lane, what are we talking about? The portion of the road where you are walking, not so. Now here, let's consider this as unidirectional, meaning they are all going all in the same direction, right? So now here, how many lanes are these? There are 3 now. Okay. So how many lanes are in this roundabout? That's the question that I was asking you. I didn't talk about the roads leading to the roundabout. How many lanes are here? Because it's something similar here. How many?
9.
Here. Is this not one like this, and then the second one like this? What is happening? Why are people counting? Somebody say 8, 9. These are 2 lanes now in the roundabout, right? That's what I'm talking about. The entrances may be more, but at the center there are just 2 lanes that controls the flow of the roundabout. Not so. And now they say correctly positioning your vehicle. And how do you position your vehicle in the roundabout is knowing where you are going. Right? Knowing where you are going. If for example, right, you're coming and I need to disappear something to make you really understand this thing. You need to lose one lane to force some people to go really down. Okay, let's just say you're coming from here. We are here, right? Coming from here. And this is where we intend to end, right? Let's say this is A, and destination is to get to B. Not so. Correctly positioning yourself, when they're talking now about correctly positioning yourself, they are talking about how do you go? Do you come like this and turn in the middle before go, or you are entering like this to turn and go? That's what they're talking about. Correctly positioning yourself. Knowing it is vital for the flow of traffic at the junction. Because if you are coming from here and you do this, you have still gone now. We've left A now, and this is the road that we choose. Are we still gotten to B? Yes. We have gotten to B, right? Yes. But what is the cause of doing this? What do you think will happen if you do this? If not having a collision with another vehicle, you are going to obstruct the flow of the traffic in the junction, in the roundabout, right? Whereas if you do this, are you not seeing that the flow is better?
Yes.
Yes. So it's something that you need to know how to do, right? Yes. Because going like this, we have still achieved what we intended to do. But what happened? The flow has been disturbed. Whereas if you follow your lane, it's different, right? And then let's say if you have to come back, if you are coming back here, it's the same thing. For example, right? Now, you know, if you do this, you have to start sliding now this way. Do you know why? Look at this flow.
Why can you not just go like this and then come and?
All these junctions now, when you get there, those that are entering, you have to stop and wait for them to enter. Whereas you know. So to not obstruct that flow, you go and you fall towards the middle because you don't intend to go out anywhere. You have to come back right from where you started. Are we there? If you know it, like here, if you're coming, let's say we are coming here, A, B, okay, now C here. If you are going to C, not so, are you going to do this? No. You lean here to the right and you go. Have you disturbed? Meanwhile, these people that still have a distance, they have the center of the roundabout to complete their maneuver. Because handling a roundabout, that's maneuvering. That's where steerings, you see people sweating and turning steering, right? Okay. The position for entering the roundabout and passage through the roundabout depends on your chosen direction. That's what our book is saying, right? Then there's a point there, bold, to turn left or go full circle, move to the center, then move to the right hand direction. Are we there? Yes. Going straight ahead, use the right hand. Right? The third one down here is turning right, use the right hand lane. If you know your destination is on your right, you stick to the right side, the right lane. This is the left lane and the right lane. If you are going like this, right? You have your right lane and your left lane. So if you intend to go right, stick to the right. Don't go and enter the left to come out again. You are already disturbing that flow. Are we there? Good. In heavy traffic, or if you are not sure of the exit to follow, keep to the right, watching that no one on the left cuts across the lane to exit the roundabout. Is the point? Are we getting the point? Okay. Exceptions. Now, we are still talking about our roundabouts. Exceptions. Some roundabouts do not have signalings. For example, when they are talking about signalings here, I drew. Okay, good. What's this? What's that say? It says stop now. Same thing now. If we break this one says what? It says give way now. Okay. When they're talking about the signaling, the absence of signaling means that you don't have any signboards, right? You don't have even this broken or solid line. It means the junction is naked as we have it here at the junction. Nothing controls the flow here now. Okay, that's what they're talking. The exceptions now. Some roundabouts do not have signalings. No signaling equals what? Priority to traffic from the right. Are we there? Yes. Priority to traffic from the right. When you don't have anything that governs you, everybody obeys the same rule. The right driver is always right. Are we there? Drivers on the roundabout must give way to users entering the roundabout. Are we there? Yes. Once you are already inside, you lose priority. Anybody that is entering, you let that person enter first before you pass. Are we there? Yes. Traffic lights. We have seen roundabouts now that have traffic lights now that controls the flow of traffic. Traffic lights are used to alternate traffic flow at the junction. Each group comprises 3 lights which lights up at the in the order green, amber, red, green. We know when we're talking about our traffic lights, we all know what it is now. Let me try to make it straight. How many lights are there in the traffic signal? 3 now. Our first one being the red, not two. Then we have what? Our green now. Let me write G here to represent green, since we don't have. Is it green? Green is at the bottom. We have our green here, and then what we call yellow light is actually amber. Good. So they're saying here that it lights up like what? Green, amber, red, then green back again. Good. When traffic is blocked at the junction, you must not go on unless you are sure to clear the junction before the red. I've read something there. We'll talk about it. I will explain something today. You must go on if the junction is clear, right? That is something that occurs a lot with some of our people. Let's say let's use Mobile, right? At Mobile Kwena, yes. Coming from Ghana Street. Let's say it's like this. This is our road. This is our road. This is where Mobile is. Mobile is located somewhere around here now. That's the petrol station. And our road is like this. This is Ghana Street now. We say Ghana Street. Not so. Then Mobile is here now.
Yes.
Not so. Okay, when they're talking about junctions and making sure that it's clear before entering there, we know that there's always traffic around that area now. Okay, imagine that all of this lane is occupied by vehicles, right? And we are coming from here, from Ghana Street, right? Leading to the Mobile Point in this direction. This traffic flows this way now, and this one flows this way, backwards, down. Okay, while coming from here, this is traffic that has occurred, right? And we are coming from Ghana Street. When you get to this point, what do? You stand here and leave this road alone, because you are not sure. You are not sure to clear. When you meet this kind of traffic, the right way is to come and stand here. The reason being why, as you are here, all these vehicles going up, they are free to pass. The ones coming now back to this way, they are free to pass. But when you do this, it's blocked. Yes. Anybody comes and stands here now, and they keep standing. What have you done? You have caused another traffic. And the bad thing about doing this is, now we have placed our own vehicle here, trying to force into the junction. This is another traffic jam occurring here now. And then this one has occurred. There's another junction here. This man needed to turn and go up this direction. And somebody has done that same thing. Now, he can't turn. This man can't go forward. Have you seen? It's a standstill. Whereas just a little bit of patience and waiting for the right moment, you would have cleared the whole of that junction. But since everybody is always in a haste, you see, have you seen how the circle just went and blocked? What you did here, somebody did there, and then nobody goes anywhere anymore. Are we there? So that's what I'm talking about. Always making sure that at a junction, the junction is clear before you proceed, or if you can actually enter safely without obstructing traffic. Now, our lights, they say what? The green light. With their green light, the green light says what? Pass now. It's giving you the order to pass. Not so. When traffic is blocked, okay, no, that's what we're talking about, the green light. You must pass. When traffic is blocked at the junction, you must not go unless, are we there? The light is saying it's green for you to go now, but now the road is blocked. Don't go, because going there now you're going to cause problem. Are we there? They say what? When traffic is blocked at the junction, you must not go unless you are sure to clear the junction before the red. Because if you find yourself here and it goes back to red, where is that green? Where is the green taking you to? Nowhere. Are we there? So if you cannot complete the maneuver, it is useless for you to even proceed and go and enter there. Now we say what? The amber light or the yellow light, it says what? You must stop. Keyword they what? Must. You must stop. It is not you. If you go, if you feel like it, because some people think that the yellow light says you can go. Right? The amber light is stop. Right? Okay. Here it says crossing on amber light is tolerated if you are so close to the line that you cannot stop safely. For example, if a lorry is following you closely behind. They say what? If a lorry is following close behind. Do you know why the example there is lorry? Do you know why? Let me just see if I can just do a light demonstration. When they're saying if a lorry is following too close behind, when it's not safe for you to stop now. Lorry now come on, you know. That thing that I hate always this. Let me just forgive if my drawing is not perfect. When You are just drawing the head there. That's the wheel now. Then now this is our car. Our normal small car now. With the wheels. They said you can cross the amber light if it's not safe. For example, if a lorry is following you too close behind. Why this? Why do you think that occurs? Why are they saying that? When we are braking, your braking is red now.
Yes.
Okay. I just want us to understand why they are talking that it's needless. You try not to stop, right? We have, let's say, our driver now. Our driver is here now. Can this man see this red light?
No.
Can he see it?
No.
He cannot see it, right? So it is unsafe for you to stop when he's too close. Because what signals him that you're about to brake is what? Your brake light. But he's now in a position where he can't see it. Meaning that if you get to that place now, the light has gone amber, it has gone yellow, and he was following you this close. If you brake, what happens? He hits you from behind. Are we there? That's why safety distances are always very necessary, mostly for truck drivers, even. Because at this point, when you are too close, you can't see the brake light. You won't even see the signaling. You won't know if it's going left or right. Are we there? Let me read again. The amber light. You must stop. Crossing the amber light is tolerated if you are close to the line that cannot stop and you cannot stop safely, right? But you are already close to the line which you're supposed to stop now. Because then they say, for example, if a lorry follows you behind too closely, that's the only reason. If it's unsafe for you to stop. The red light, you must stop. The traffic light effect line may be offset to enable large vehicles to turn. Yes. Okay, the effect light may be offset. Now, when we talk about effect lines, who remembers what I talked about the effect light here? When we were teaching our horizontals. That's why they keep telling you to go and watch your videos. Because I talked about here. The effect line, don't you remember when I said, if your traffic light, if this traffic light is here at the junction now, they will draw a solid line down where the traffic light is. That is what they call the effect line. Effect line now meaning that this light is over this line. Are we there? So because if you are coming from, let's say we are here, and the light is red, does it mean that you will stay here? You have to keep coming now. Though the light is red, you have seen it is red, but you keep coming. You are coming to come and stop around this line because that red light takes effect after the line, not before the line. So when I talk about the effect line may be offset, it means it can go across the whole motorway to permit lorries to turn. Why? Because long vehicles now tend to shift to the left to go right. Are we getting the point? Boys, are we getting the point? Yeah. So many people get confused about that thing. If you see, if a lorry is coming, let's say we have our junction here. This one is no more junction again now. That's roundabout. We have talked about the roundabout already now. If a lorry is coming from this direction and he intends to turn, what do lorries do?
So go left before they come right.
That's the only vehicle that is allowed to go opposite direction to. And so many people get into trouble for not understanding that. At times you see you Okada boy there. Trailer the work at the council. Now the trailer one turn to this side. The trailer no be just turn no. It need a shift go so. So if the shift go so but turn, Okada man don't see how shift. He light fire. The man turn also cover up. Okada enter under the this thing because you don't understand. Say the motor the first shift left for go right. I the shift right for go left. You understand? Yes. So you get to be always very careful when you see that long trailer. It change direction. You should say one more so where it goes on for fix his skin to come back. So they say effect line they feel upset and effect line for traffic light for permit big motor now for 10 because they always tend to change direction before they turn. Are we there? Okay. They say what now? Stop before the light. Stop before the light and any markings on the road. Pedestrian crossing, traffic lights, effect line. Are we there? Yes. Good. Lights with signs. They are talking now about traffic lights that have signs. For example, if let's say this is our traffic light with our different colors now. Now with signs under, for example, let me just put give way. Right? On the same pole. Do you know why they do that? To put a traffic light and then still put a sign there. Do we know why these things do happen?
Because if the light fails,
beautiful. Electronics tend to fail. So when it fails now, you obey what the sign that is under. Let's go now. Light with sign. If the traffic lights are working, the indications on the traffic light takes precedence over the signs. Are we there now? When the two are present, this man is superior. The traffic light, yes, is superior. Even if he's telling you that give way, you are coming there, then the light is showing you green, that go, you obey the light, forget about the sign. Then, if the traffic lights are not working, you start following this one. Traffic light off equals follow the sign instructions, right? Okay. If the amber light, flashing amber light, not so, follow the sign instructions, give way to traffic from the left and the right. Lights off or flashing without priority sign, apply the rule of priority to the right. Meaning that if there is no sign, there is nothing, the right, you apply, it's a rule now, apply the rule of the priority to the right. Arrow lights. Do we know what they call arrow lights? Have you ever seen arrow light? Traffic lights that contain arrows. It's not just only green, amber, or red. It has directional arrows on it. That's what they're talking about here. If you look in the drawing there, the first illustration up there, there's a traffic light now. What's the color there is red. And it's pointing in a direction. Not so. They apply to all vehicles going to the direction indicated by the arrow. The direction of the arrow light corresponds to the direction of the arrow painted on the road. When we are talking about directional lights, meaning if you are coming and that arrow there is red, like that, it means what? It's don't go now. It's red now. Yeah. If now, when the traffic is open and you turn, When the traffic is open and you want to see, it's showing you, let's say green. It means that it contains the traffic that is going to that direction. Are we there? It concerns the traffic going towards that direction. This is now where they say knowing where you're going to is pretty important, because that's what permits you to pick the right lane. Because if you're in the wrong lane now, when this one is showing and giving you the ability to go, but you're in the wrong lane, how do you then function? You can't. Are we there? Yes. So knowing where you are going and picking your lane is vital for the flow of traffic. If you know you are going straight, two lines have formed themselves like it does here. Stick to the one that will easily lead to your direction and leave the other one alone. The people that intend to come and pass that junction and go front, they should be by the far right hand side of the road. If you know you are going to cut somewhere, shift to the center. Are we there? So if you don't obey, if you don't pick your right lane at the right time, when this lights now is showing that it is open for all vehicles go this way, keep going, and you find yourself on the wrong side, what happens? You lose that priority. You see these cars now here, everybody is going, and you are stuck on the wrong lane or on the wrong part of the road. So picking the right lane to facilitate your direction is the best way to go about it. Other lights. Now they're talking about other lights. We even have green. There's a green arrow there already that I explain here. You may turn left without giving way, as oncoming vehicles are stopped by the red light. Still, we're still talking about the arrow lights now. So if it's green, it means go. Because the other oncoming traffic, they have a red light. Are we there? The principle stays the same. Even if it's an arrow, you still follow the green pass, amber stop, red stop. They say other lights here, things that you may not understand. Amber flashing light in the place of a green. The green light is always where? On. Yeah, but instead in that position where the green was, you see now it's a yellow light flashing there, right? What does it mean? They say respect the signal and the rule of priority. What's the signal there? If the light is flashing, right? If the light is flashing, you obey what? That's what they're talking about. The sign that is under the traffic light. If the amber light is flashing, it means that it's faulty now. It's just only the amber light that keeps flashing. Right? Okay. There is a certain hour even here in Cameroon and so many other places. There's a certain time and a certain, I've forgotten the exact time. I don't know if it's 12 o'clock or it's how many o'clock. All traffic lights turn to amber. Everywhere in Cameroon. You pass any junction, all the lights, it's just amber flashing. Why? There is no flow of traffic. So it's needless for a red light to come off and then you come and stand at the junction there alone when there's nothing. It obstructs you now. So late at night, all lights turn amber. They just keep flashing. Now you start using your head when you follow the signals. If you are coming, somebody is coming from your right, you let him pass. But if nobody is there, you keep driving and going you. Are we there? Yes. Now we say flashing red light. The next one is flashing red light, not amber light anymore now. Yeah. You must stop until the light goes out. You must wait for that red light to go off. And when they're talking about going off, these ones are talking about mostly found in level crossings. Is to alert you that a train is coming. When you see only a red light, it does not have any other color again, right? When it goes on, it shows that stop, wait. till it goes off. And before it goes off, you must have seen a train pass. Remember, what did I say 11 crossing is? It's in subsequent class, the last one I said what? When the motorway meets the railway, the two of them meet at the same level, that's what is called a level crossing. When the road for train meet up road for motor, you see no? Yes, when motor comes, so train can pass on top road for motor, cross over the other side. That's what they call as a level crossing. So that one are confused. Because I don't talk. See, until it look me inside my eyes. So when I think we don't talk about more than how many times? Flashing amber light. Take care and slow down. Apply the rule of priority. That's light, flashing light without any sign. Not so. What's the rule of priority? The right driver is always right. Good. Lane control lights. These ones now are different. Lane control lights, they are this way. They are up at the top of the road. Are we there? That's where you see lane control lights. How many lights do we have there? We have a green one. Since we don't have a green, let me just show so that our other people, let's say this is green. Let me put G here to indicate that it's green with an arrow like this. Then we have another one that's showing what? Red now. I even have a red marker. That one is red and it's an X, not so, and it's the X is red. Then we have what? An amber now. Amber color, which is an arrow doing this sideways. That's it now. So the first green one, that green arrow pointing down, yes. That one is indicating open lanes. But let me read from our book. Lane available for traffic. You see it at the top, and it's always on when there are more than 2-3 lanes. That's why they call them lane control lights. What they do is to tell you the right lane on which to be, to flow, for the flow of traffic to be perfect. Because at times there's an accident in front and they can't move that car. What happens? The light up now, it will come out red and cancel that lane because the light will be on the top of the lane. If you see it red and cancel, it means what? Skip to the next available lane. It means that there's a problem there.
Okay, so this one is red.
Yes.
In the middle. So if it is like that, when you are coming by this way, you use by this amber.
Those lights are as you see them changing like that. Anyone can change colors. I'm just telling you that up at the top of the lane, one light for this lane, another one. They have the ability to change to any sign. Each light has the ability to change. Either it can show red, it can show green, it can show amber. Are we there? But now it's just understanding what they mean. So when it's green and pointing straight down, it's showing you the open lane, the safe lane where to drive. When it's red with an X there, it says what? Lane or toll gate closed. Because like the automated toll gates we have now, yeah. They have that ability, they have those lights that can change color at any time. So it's telling you that that lane is closed. If it's at the toll gate you are coming, it's telling you that that toll gate is closed. Are we there? Yes. Then now when it's amber and pointing in a direction, it could be like this. Yes. Sideways now, it's always like this. Sideways. Yes. When it's amber, change to an authorized lane. Meaning that now if you are coming and that yellow light is showing you arrow like this, you check the other lights on the lanes too and choose. You see now, if it's like this, let's say we are coming, all of them, they are there now. Yes. And this arrow is pointing this way. Amber now, yes. Showing you this direction. Not so. Yes. And we are coming this way. Not so. When you see it, this next one is what? Is red now. Yes. So if we're here, what do? You skip to this red and then skip back to that green. You change your lane and go to the authorized one. Because this now is showing that it's 3 lanes that are there. Yeah. So this one could have been green, will keep coming. But if it's telling you that shift to an authorized lane, you shift like this.
And you see that one coming.
And you see this one cancel, you shift again and go to the green.
Okay.
Are we there?
Yes.
Good. That's what they are talking about. Lane control lights. They have the ability to change colors. They can be anyone. Okay. These 2 color lights. Are we there?
Yes.
Now they're talking about 2 color lights. It's the same thing like a traffic, like this our traffic light, but they are just 2 colors. The bulb there is just 2 bulbs, not 3 anymore. Right? Okay. That's what I'm saying. 2 color lights. These are mainly found at motorway toll gates.
Only red and which one is that? Red and amber.
It's red and green. It's always red and green. Either stop or go. Not so. Yes.
That's when you are coming. If there's no
You stop. You stop. When it's safe for you to go, it turns. But there's hardly anybody that there's nobody at the toll gate. It's something that works 24 hours now. Yes. You can switch shifts. Category lights. Some lights only concern one category of user, such as bicycle, buses, etc. Do you understand what I say? The light itself, right, will light up and show green. For example, here, it's green now. The light is green, and what is inside the green? Check the category light. It's a bicycle. In the light now, there's a bicycle that is illuminated there, and it's showing green. It's simply saying that only bicycles can proceed and keep going. Have you seen it? They're talking about category light. It can change like that and give you the bus. They're telling buses to go. That's what they're calling category. It indicates the category to which the light is concerned. Right? Here in our illustration here is the bicycle that appear on the light there. It's green. Yes. Traffic officer signaling. What it means now. So let me ask one question. So what when you see 2 lights, where did they find 2 lights when there are only 2? Motorway, yes, on toll gates. Yes.
Yes, on toll gates.
Yes. I want it to stick to your head. You people should go and watch.
Red.
And our other viewers, please leave your comments under. We'll come there and then answer most of your questions, please. Now we are going to the police officer signaling, right? Traffic officers sometimes regulate traffic, particularly at junctions. Signal from traffic officers take precedence over traffic light, even if they are in contradiction with the permanent signal, right? Meaning that if the light is showing green, that go, and the police officer is telling you that stop, because you wanted to follow your light now. The light functions very well, but the police officer comes and stands there and starts changing the rules. You follow his own rule and leave that traffic light alone, right? That's why they're saying. So it's always good to know the signalings. Now they say what? You must stop signs now. What happens? Seen from the front or back, you must stop. The 2 signs are what? Like this. Right? This is like this now. Seen from the front or the back is telling you that no passing. Right? Then you have now the other one. Seen from the front with the arm up from the front like this. It's telling you to stop. Are we there? Yes. Then now, seen from the side, you may go on. That same thing like this. But now, like this.
And this way, and this way.
From the side now, if it's not facing you, it's open now. Because mostly they will stand like this and do what?
Yes, and do like that.
Say go. Right? Then now, gestures from the top to the bottom. Slow down. Are we there?
Yeah.
Are we seeing it?
Yes.
Yes, when you are coming, even if it's doing this, it's telling you slow down. But it's always by the side. They're telling you slow down. Then circular gestures. Drive on, accelerate. Right?
Yeah.
When the hand is doing this, tell you that faster, faster, faster. I wanna pass. Yes. Increase at your speed. Right? Are we there? It's simple now. Like this. Stop. Not so. Then the next one is what? Open. See from the side. Then it's like this. It means you should go. Not so. And when you see the gesture turn to bottom, slow down. And when you see the circular, accelerate. Go faster. Not so. Okay. I think that is it for this priority and junctions. Right? That should be it. Our next one will be what? Road traffic rules, not so. So please, guys, always leave your comments under our videos. And if you have some questions or subsequent things you need us to explain, just there's a number that will appear under the screen. You can contact us. We are located at Main Junction, Zion Digital Driving School. See you another time.